Here comes the money. You're now listening to the Gambling with Gold podcast with Jason Gold. Presented by Champions Round.
Give me one of your best fantasy values on the board right now, heading into all of your home drafts that I'm sure are happening over the course of the next 2 weeks.
Right, and this is going to be so shocking to everyone that follows me, but it's going to be Daddy Kirk Cousins, right? Finished QB 11 the past 2 years, and he doesn't offer that rushing upside that everyone's looking for. But since 2015, 4th in passing TDs, 13th in passing yards per game. Zimmer's gone. You have an offense prioritizing Kevin O'Connell and a stud Jefferson. He's missed 2 games the past 7 seasons. Give me Kirk Cousins. Not a sexy option, but a guy that absolutely has top 10 upside, and you can get at QB 15, if not later. I just drafted him in the 11th round. So you can soak up some value across the board before you get to Kirk Cousins in the 11th round.
You know how I feel about the Minnesota Vikings this season. I can't love that anymore, especially if you're in a super flex league. No one wants to take Kirk Cousins. That second quarterback spot, wait until the end of the draft. Kirk Cousins is going to be there for you. Absolutely love it. And if you want to do basically like a zero QB and just take him way late in the draft, I think it's a great way to do it, especially if you get to pair him with Justin Jefferson. If you take him in the first round, I think an absolute smash spot. All right, my first fantasy value on the board. Why don't we start in Kansas City? Give me a little Juju Smith-Schuster. His ADP right now is 75. He's wide receiver 32. You guys are all out of your fucking minds. Let's remember what this guy did in Pittsburgh. He was an absolute monster when he burst onto the scene a couple years ago. Yes, he's had a couple of bad seasons, but I think that's more about the Pittsburgh offense and Ben Roethlisberger being bad more than it had anything to do with Juju. He's going to be playing in the slot. Kansas City has like 35% of their targets available, lost from last year because of Tyreek Hill, Demarcus Robinson, some other guys that are now gone, Byron Pringle. So I think that Juju's in line for a massive season. And are we really believing in Sky Moore or MVS to really come in and be the guy? No, this is Juju all day long. I think Juju's going to be a top 12 wide receiver this season. I think it happens easily. Over 100 over 100 receptions, over 125 targets, easy this season. Give me all the Juju stuff. If you guys are going to keep letting him slide, I'm going to keep gobbling it up.
I love it. I love that call. I think that Juju started making TikToks and, got injured, and all of a sudden we decided that Juju stinks. He's in a perfect fucking spot for him to have an electric year. So I'm pumped about him. Another wide receiver I'm into is Nico Collins. Another guy that's not a sexy option here. His ADP is sitting somewhere at wide receiver 77. Pretty underwhelming rookie season in regards to things like target and snap share. But what he did command his rookie year is end zone targets and high air yard throws. Camp reports super positive. What people fail to realize is even though guys are a shitty team, those shitty teams still need to play 17 games in their season. So there's still points to be had. Davis Mills, kind of excited about him, showed flashes last year. And Nico Collins should see plenty of scoring opportunities on a Texans offense. So I like Nico Collins. Once you start throwing darts around there, him, Alec Pierce, guys like that towards the end, a little bit safer, I think, than some other options in that area.
Speaking of a guy in that general area, why don't we go to SoFi Stadium? Let's go to the Los Angeles Chargers, and let's go to Joshua Palmer.
Yeah.
170. Now, this is all a play on Mike Williams or Keenan Allen getting injured. Now, if they're healthy like last year, okay, maybe the targets aren't available for him in this offense. But we know with Justin Herbert, they're going to pass the ball a lot. They're going to go for it on 4th down a lot. They're going to get their wide receivers involved. If Keenan Allen or Mike Williams are not there, just imagine the amount of targets that Joshua Palmer could get. He's already been a stud in preseason. He showed a little bit last year. I think this is a massive, massive spot for Josh Palmer. And we've seen Keenan Allen has had injuries in the past that have taken him down. Mike Williams, other than last year, has gone down every single season of his NFL career. I think Palmer's in for a big role this season. I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up as a top 30 wide receiver this season.
Woo!
So give me all that Joshua Palmer stock. Somewhere around the 11th, 12th round, something like that in home drafts. Love the Josh Palmer pick.
Yeah, you just got to find dart throws that are actually have upside rather than just taking the guys that you like. Where can you actually monopolize on some points this season?
Absolutely. All right, everybody, good luck with your fantasy drafts this year. Go crush it. Go follow us at Champions Round across all social media for all the fantasy football information that you need this year. Until then, good luck with your drafts. We will talk to you later. Peace.
See ya.